Yo, 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 what is up? It's your boy Tate Profit, aka Tamil, aka Mill. How you guys doing today? So I'm going over my trade recap for February 3rd. Let's just hop right into it. Glory to God. So basically, right, you can see as here we are coming into the morning. We'll start on a 15 time frame. I'm gonna try to remind you guys what time frame I am on and what I'm looking at, even though you guys can't see, just to because that's like one thing I usually have a problem with. Like, people aren't letting me know what time frame they're actually looking at when they do switch. So right now we are on a 15-minute time frame. As you can see here, I'll put these back up just so we can get a reference of some of the sessions and when open was. You can see we came up right here. This is New York open, and then right around here is when we have market open. Let's go on a 5 minute just so you can see that. So we got 9:30 candle being right here. 9:30 candle right here. 8:30 right here, obviously. So you can see off of pre-market, we kind of were accumulating. We didn't necessarily get a really big sweep in the morning or off of 8:30 open, but we did get a consistent move to the downside. As you guys know, the overall day was a dump. So just as what I was looking for when we were coming into the morning, I was looking at, honestly, I was looking for, once I seen that we had this Asia low and actually the session low sitting in this 1 hour fair value gap, bullish fair value gap, I was saying that that would be a great, retracement. So I just watched for that. We did not get that. I also did know that what we did do, from previous New York session and overnight session, we did come back into this 4 hour bearish 4 hour gap, and we also did sweep a lot of really prominent and major highs. We did not take out this crazy high that was made in the session between Asia and New York previously, and this was on Thursday, going into, yeah. So from what? Yeah, Thursday. We didn't get that crazy sweep, but we did sweep a lot of daily highs. So a reaction in this bearish 4 hour would be very evident. But for me, sadly, so we got into here, and as you can see in the morning, we weren't really making any imbalances. Like, we were moving down, but we were rebalancing from candle to candle price action. We weren't really making any rebalances, but we did make a 15 imbalance, a 15-minute imbalance right here, and then obviously it was just a dump after that. So we just stayed and we just kept observing. We were switching through the frames. The 1 hour, I watched the 1 hour, the 1 minute. I actually watched this 1 hour just completely close. I was checking on the 1 and 4 hours to see where we got to close, if we were going to respect any of these gaps. And likewise, we also ended up inversing and disrespecting this bullish gap. So I monitored that we were going, and I wasn't going to FOMO in. I monitored that we were just dumping. Now, once we got to this 1 hour gap, I was also looking for a possible reaction. We had swept a little bit of these lows that were sitting right here. As you can see, we had swept some of these lows, and I was just like, okay, there's a possibility that we might get a reaction, and we did not get a reaction. I was looking to see if the price maybe wanted to come in here, sell off, accumulate a little bit, sweep, and then give me an imbalance to the upside, showing that we had a lot of momentum to the upside, and then possibly there I might look for a gap or an imbalance to be formed and then take an inverse out of that. And it just wasn't seeming like we were getting that. So while I'm being patient, waiting for price, I see that price opens this 15-minute up, and I also see that we open this 15-minute imbalance up. And I observe price go back into it. And then I scale down. So as you can see right here is where we first went back up to it. And then for me to take an inverse to the downside or continuation to the downside, kind of, I would need this whole leg to get inverse, and we didn't get that. And I also would not want to take it with just these couple gaps getting inverse. So what I did was I waited patiently, and then once this leg that manipulated in also swept this intermediate high inside this 15-minute gap, we ended up inversing this leg, this manipulation leg, back into the 15-minute. We inversed both of those gaps. So it was a lot cleaner for me. So as you can see, I entered right where my position is saying I entered. And then I actually targeted for just a 1-to-1. So right here was where my original target was, right? So what I did was I seen that the major low was really right here. I wanted to secure a 1-to-1 because that's sustainable for my trading strategy. So I wanted to at least get a 1-to-1, but I did know that I expected the movement to my take profit to be somewhat of momentum. So what I did was when I got to this 1-to-1, that is actually when I was willing to go break even and then have my target be right here. And even more so, I think when this actually went there, I moved my break even. I think I moved my break even to my 1-to-1. So I was securing a 1-to-1 no matter what. I wasn't about to, it wasn't like a break even point, and I thought market wasn't necessarily going to go lower. I do like that this low got swept, but I was targeting a 1-to-1 to possibly a 1-to-2. This would have been a 1-to-7, and like obviously there were more targets. I could have even targeted into this gap, possibly. But that was a little bit of a stretch. I also was planning on going to the gym, so once this hit, I was able to just go throughout the rest of my day, and that's what I had. So it was still a really good day, man. Honestly, I don't know how decent the music is. I'm looking at the audio mixer in general, but that was the trade for today, boys. In my journal and just like my note taking, I put my RR. It was about a $600 day. We are not copy trading. We're just trading on one account right now. Market dumped aggressively with no entries. After entering high time frame level, price then accumulated, swept into 15-minute bearish fair value gap, got that leg inverse, and then entered. Extremely patient. Good job. This was a win plus a really good process. And then price rejected. While I was watching, price kind of started doing a lot of not just up and down, after we hit that target. So, after we hit this target, we got a lot of up and down, up and down. So, like, I'm glad that what I did was I put my TP at a place where I thought that price could accumulate, where a level price would reach and then make a decision is where I want to get out the trade, so that's exactly what I did. And it was a really good trade today. Glory to God. Thank you for waking me up, and thank you for this opportunity to trade. There we go, boys. I hope the volume and everything is right. I have to, play around with that a little bit more, but this is my trade recap. I went to the gym. I'm having a good day. I did my studies. Just doing what I got to do. Love y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next one.